afternoon. It's Romero 17. And can you win fights with Gökhan Saki? Saki has a unique moveset that I've been wanting to try out for a while. I don't really play these heavier weight classes, but his moveset is absolutely ridiculous. He has a level 5 boxing, level 5 Muay Thai, level 4 kickboxing. His drawback is that his grappling is absolutely trash and his health stats are not the one as I get rocked there. But I've been just dying to try out Gökhan Saki for the longest time, and I'm having a lot of fun trying him out. Oh man, it's so clean. Starting off with a bang here against Salty Steve. But with Gökhan Saki, he has a lot of combinations that can be fired off with a double lead uppercut. As you can see that I throw right there. Fluidity that makes his striking speed up to 97 if they're in a combo. The drawback is just when you're in a land where you fight a lot of DCs and John Jones, you know, you end up on the ground, you're in big trouble. So my goal when I'm playing Gökhan Saki is to make sure that I am anti-grappling at all costs. Like, my pre-denials have to be on point. So I rock this guy here. He's violently. I don't think he wants to grapple. And I'm keying in on this lead body hook to a haymaker over the top. So I'm gonna make sure I keep that in mind. He's firing off with these 4-piece combinations that's gonna kill his stamina. But yeah, Gökhan Saki is absolutely awesome to have fun with, and I knock him down with the signature triple lead head punch. Let's go! I love it. I love it. This guy's fun to use.
Oh, he blocked that offense, Joe.
Another thing I'm working on is when I'm swinging strikes, making sure I don't try to counter too soon. Choose my opportunities to counter, and I see this guy, he's leading with that straight a lot to interrupt me in case I try to lead off with a hook.
Very good defense on display here. Very good blocks.
And I'm going to keep that in mind. As you see there, I sway that strike. I don't counter immediately, but he backs up out of range.
Nice jab.
Managed to get the rock there. Fire off a lead head kick.
He is in trouble.
Slides it with that entry for that straight, and I immediately punish him with the slip straight lead hook. Let's go. Mark that one up for Gökhan Saki. Oh man, phenomenal, phenomenal. Next up we got a fight against Mr. Knows It All BR using John Jones. Now with John Jones, what you generally have to be aware of is the side kick, the knees, the elbows, the spinning elbows. Because a lot of players, they don't really know how to utilize his range. So as a kind of a crutch to make up with that, they resort to, like, you know, the spamming, the spinning. And he's not really that tough to box with. I don't know, I guess for me. But if you have the tools, use them the right way. But here we go, using Gökhan Saki against John Jones, against Mr. Knows It All BR. This guy's been in the top 100 a few times. Fires off a side kick there in 20 seconds into the fight. And with Gökhan Saki, my goal is to make sure that I land his lead body hook and his lead hooks. They're at a really good level. The lead hook is at level 3. And the body hook is actually at a level 4. And a common thing with John Jones players is that they want to get you in the tie clinch, or they just want to side kick you to the cage, as this guy's doing right here. Gökhan Saki has attacked the base level 4, so my goal, on top of using his signature combinations, if I'm given the opportunity, oh god, here we go, it's to land those leg kicks. He has attacked the base level 4, managed to evade that knee there. Managed to get out from that tie clinch. Whenever you get caught in the tie clinch, you do not want to transition immediately. You want to get a strike, block, and then go. And he's leading off with a 6 to 12 elbow. And here's a fun thing that I've realized with using Gökhan Saki, right? You start to realize a lot of deficiencies with players. Like, you see this. This guy has me against the cage. He had me in the tie clinch with John Jones, right? Against the cage. He couldn't deny that transition. Strikes me 2 times. And instead of looking for a takedown, transitioning to another position, he just backs up out and then tries to get that double in against the cage transition. Now, he's resorting to just spinning every time he enters in the pocket. And to me, that makes no sense. But it just goes to show that people choose certain characters because they're deficient in certain aspects of the game. Here I'm at a significant stat disadvantage when it comes to the clinch, when it comes to the ground. So my goal is to avoid all those attempts to initiate grappling at all costs. The striking is very high, so he can compete. In striking, Gökhan can compete against anybody.
90 seconds to go in round 1.
But you definitely want to avoid the grappling.
Nice punch by Jones.
Using that jab as some means to measure distance.
Blocks the shot.
I just love how Gökhan's combos are so unique. It's just when it comes to fighting guys like Jones. Against DC, it'd be a lot easier because of DC's height. So you can fire off those boxing combinations a lot better. But against Jones, you definitely want to utilize the leg kicks. Timing leg kicks off the jabs, timing leg kicks after 3-piece combinations or so. That's the ideal way when you're fighting Jones. And here he goes for a single leg that wasn't really well timed. You take him down with Gökhan Saki. Can you imagine how you feel after getting taken down by Gökhan Saki with John Jones? I mean, like, seriously, the window to deny that is forever. But good round. Good solid striking. Saki is... if you ever watched him in K1 kickboxing, you need to watch some of his highlights. His highlights are awesome. That's why he had so much hype coming into the UFC, but fortunately Khalil Rountree had to ruin my hopes and dreams.
Entertaining round, don't get me wrong, but we will see here in round 2 if there's an uptick in the aggression on both sides.
A little pull counter action from this dude.
Well, he's landed some excellent shots in this fight tonight, but more often than not, it has been one and done. So the emphasis now moving forward,
it's imperative that you have the ability to use your tools to punish your opponents when they get in a certain distance, for sure.
John Jones attacking the body.
Yeah, Joe, these
goes
are
from the elbow, now he goes to the spin.
shots to the body.
I really think they should increase the vulnerability on that spin. Because if you guys have ever seen like highlights of guys like mistiming spins and getting knocked out right after. Because if I recall correctly from that data sheet, the spin is like the most least vulnerable strike to get caught with, which is crazy. You're spinning. You're spinning. Come on. You have to really time it. Oh wow. You don't see that a lot. That retreat is really good to use when somebody's coming forward with combinations. Against grapplers, you have to be careful because when they use that retreat, you could give up a free low single, but obviously Gökhan Saki does not have a low single, so. But this player makes the mistake of firing off a leg kick with a hurt leg, but I make a mistake of firing back at his fourth strike, and I get rocked myself. But again, this guy sees that I'm hurt to the head and he starts hitting my body with knees. Against a character that has like an 86, 87 health stat. Not the brightest thing.
Just over 2 minutes to go in the round. Well, he was a little
bit spin.
Go
for the double Saki uppercut. Another leg kick for good measure.
And starting to find his range here in the pocket.
And these are the fights, but this is what I figure. This is why people don't use other guys at light heavyweight, right? You got guys like Gus, you got guys like DC, you got Jones. Like, why use anybody else? But I really think that if you take the time to figure out your character, you can use anybody in this game. You figure out your character's strengths and weaknesses, you can use anybody. Just on a head kick there.
How about that shin?
It's just a feeling out process here. Nice slip hook from the opponent there. Block the strike, hit it with the front kick. Is it over? No, it's not over. Now here, Gökhan Saki has an 80 top game and an 80 off the bat. You do not want to waste your time transitioning. Your best bet, if you're going to use Gökhan Saki, is to deny your opponent's transitions if you even can, and just wait for the ref stand up or look for positions where you can get a free get up. It's not worth your time to grapple with Gökhan.
Let's take a look at some of the act.
Yeah, he's cut alright.
go. Third round of this
And the stamina is really about the same.
That last round was an
Goes to the side kick. Another thing I mentioned there is a circle away from the leg that's doing that little side kick. You can stay away from it. Now then he went for a body strike and that time the front kick. I was expecting something different, or maybe even a takedown. Try to get that flash KO. Saki apparently doesn't have knees, and I don't understand why he wouldn't have knees. He's a Muay Thai champion as well as a kickboxing champion, but doing a good job with him right now so far. I don't want to throw too many kicks from punching range. Oof, I didn't know you could check that strike, the second strike. He gets a little bit greedy and throws a front kick of his own. This is just, this is insane. Imagine using the GOAT at light, one of the GOATs at light heavyweight. I'm struggling with Göhkan Saki at kickboxing. Legendary kickboxer, but in this game, you know, if you have Jones or DC, you should be able to crush anybody. But this time he waits. He's going straight lead hook. See if I can try to slip that straight. Yep, he's going with the lead hook again. Good reads. And now he's back to spinning. 3 elbows, 4 elbows. Get out of my face. Come on, bro. Ooh, that was a mistimed lunge on his part.
That's not a good sign.
Hey, man, I'll kick your leg again. Timing is key. Anytime you're using a lower rated character, timing is key.
Missed that shot. And he connects with the punch there.
And with leg kicks, I feel that the best time to time leg kicks is after you see a hit reaction. Like, the moment you see him, the other guy's character react. Oh yeah, this fight's over. This fight's over. But whenever you see a character like get that like little hit reaction where they kind of like stunned by the jab or something, that's where you want to target your leg kick or your body kick. So it reduces the likelihood of it getting caught or checked. But we got this John Joe spinning Rudy dude out the way. And this is just great, man. I'm loving the change. I'm loving this change, man. Let's get on to the next fight. Fighting DC. Now DC, he's shorter than Saki, believe it or not. And he doesn't have the side kick. He doesn't have knees. I don't think he has knees or anything like that. But with DC, he's a much easier A+ fighter to deal with than John Jones or Gustafsson. You just have to be really wary of the wrestling. Now, a smart grappler in this game will take advantage of whiffed kicks, blocked kicks, especially like blocking a front kick. If you block a front kick and you shoot for a low single, that thing is damn near undeniable. I kid you not, it's damn near undeniable. But a lot of time, like especially now with this game, with all these changes that have been made, not a lot of people are utilizing all the tools, and they're just looking for easy outs, right? Oh, why shoot for a takedown if I can just drive into the cage and just go for the body lock, since not a lot of people know how to deny it. But what will happen is if you go against somebody who has a brain, takes the time to learn how to deny the transitions, now you're stuck with no weapons to bring the fight to the ground, right? You're stuck with no knowledge to bring the fight to the ground. And that's something that I'm noticing a lot with these players that are really reliant on this cage takedown to get the work done for them. As you guys saw in that last fight against that John Jones dude, no other way for that dude to get the fight to the ground. And he's usually John Jones. No recognition of grapple advantage, nothing. But here we go, fighting against DC. And again, I'm using Saki. I want to use my lead hooks. I want to use my lead hooks. I want to use my lead body hooks. I can definitely get away with it more here than in comparison to when I was fighting Jones. It's a fire off one there. And I want to gauge out my opponent's reaction. Just going jab straight, jab lead hook, lunge right after. Keeping it single shots until I feel comfortable enough to fire off my combinations. Off a double body hook. And you could definitely feel when somebody's getting uncomfortable with the striking. Like I said right there, choose a double with DC. use a lot, good amount of long-term stamina to go for that takedown counter, but I'm actually get a body rock, and he is blocking that body. Didn't expect that. But that level 5 boxing is really, really clutch. Rock him again as he tries to lunge to that side. I'm picking my shots accordingly. Go triple shots with the lead hand in Gökhan Saki fashion, and this is what I enjoy. He's circling, circling, circling. I see you, big boy. Traps to the cage, no worries. Again, over under transition. That's to deny the body lock. Tries to go to the single leg. Deny the opposite of where your over under transition is. Tries to go up again. And this fight has drastically changed for this dude. Gives me respect for denying DC's takedowns with Saki. Good job. But little tip, if you want to deny those takedowns against the cage, aside from knowing where to deny, striking them is the first thing you want to do to build that grapple advantage, so the window for you to deny is much quicker. Well, actually not even quicker, just a lot more open. Managed to fire off that custom lead hook double uppercut combo with Saki. Taking down DC, giving him a taste of good old striking, and this fight's over! This is fun. To me, this is fun. It's a nice change from what the current meta is, with what a lot of people are doing. But, oh man, I gotta see that again. Lead hook, double uppercut. Like, where do you see that, man? You don't see that from other fighters in this game. That's where you gotta love Saki.
Here it is again.
It's fun. It's absolutely fun. This is just clean. It's fun using characters that you don't really see in ranked. You know, it's fun. It makes the game a lot more enjoyable. But if you liked my Gökhan Saki showcase over here, lead uppercut that like button. If you want me to use anybody else, let me know. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and have fun with the game.